I'm Petty Officer Scherr, and this is my story. One night, a friend of mine decided to go out. He was going to do the driving on the way down there and on the way back. He has a few beers, we'd have been straight. But I decided that I was going to be the one having a few more. I had about 3 or 4 drinks that night. And when we got down to Oceanfront, Virginia Beach, he decided to leave. So I told him it'd be fine, I'd stop drinking from then on out. Well, with already about 4 drinks in you, probably wasn't a good decision. If I should have kept him along and told him he's my driver, but that was bad planning. So I leave out, and I decided that it was 20 degrees. I was afraid my van might get towed. So I was like, well, I feel fine. I'm gonna go ahead and drive on home. So I get in my van, get about 2 miles down the street, and I see sirens or lights in my rear view, hear sirens, and pull over. And the police officer came up and asked me, do you know why he pulled me over? I had no idea. He told me I was speeding. It was a 20-mile-an-hour zone, I was doing 39. He asked me if I had anything to drink, I told him I had a beer, and he basically pulled me out of the car and started the sobrieties. I failed 1 out of the 4 sobrieties, so he got the portable breathalyzer. The portable breathalyzer did not register, so he arrested me for suspicion of DUI, and basically it was pretty embarrassing, handcuffing you in front of everybody driving by the McDonald's parking lot. Gets me in the car, drive down to the station, wait about an hour, and continue to do register at the breathalyzer at the station. After about 4 or 5 tries, I blew a .17, which is more than twice the legal limit. So then on out, I knew that that was a really bad decision. Well, I have a friend of mine pick me up at the station. If you wanted somebody to pick you up, they have to come in and actually blow in the breathalyzer, make sure that they're sober, and took me on home. So the bad judgment call again was I didn't tell my command right away. I knew before that we had to. I decided I didn't want to do that because I heard that there was no Navy liaisons in the court anymore, so you didn't have to tell anybody about your tickets. Well, we got a DONCAP message sent to the base, to my chain of command, saying that I got a DWI. I was arrested. So right then, that feels like you're holding something back, and that didn't look good either. So I go to captain's mask, and I could have been charged with Article 92 along with 111 drunken driving, but she only charged me with 111. I'm very lucky for that. She reduced me in rank to E5. Very embarrassing. Walking out of there, right off the bat, people will see you as a second class when you were a first class. Go back, are your troops looking at you? You know, you're supposed to be the mentor for them. It doesn't look good at all. So basically, the bad decisions, I made 4 or 5 that night. Luckily, I didn't harm anybody, didn't injure myself or anybody else. I'm thankful for that. I would just say that anytime that you do these things, you gotta make a good judgment call. You know what's right and wrong, and I'm very sorry for what I did. On top of it, when I go to court, I'm looking at a minimum of 5 days in jail, rehabilitation, up to a $2,500 fine, and suspended license for a year. And if you get a restricted license, you gotta install the breathalyzer in your car. And you have to pay for that to be installed and pay payments on it. So you're looking at quite a bit with the lawyer fees, court fees, on top of being reduced in rank. This one mistake, it can really hurt you. So I would say just that anytime you go out, you know what's right and what's wrong. Have a plan. If you have a plan, have a backup plan. And that's my story.